Hello guys and welcome to another episode of my 7 Days to Die series, How to Do Everything. In this episode I'm going to explain you how you can add or customize recipes. You can do it on a server or on the client side. If you want to do it on the server side, then you will need FileZilla as well. I have already explained how you can get that and how this works in the last video. So if you missed this one, you may go to the last one and go through the other video before this one. For the others, you will need 7-zip if you don't have Windows 8.1. I think in Windows 8 it is as well, but I'm pretty sure it isn't in Windows 7 and Windows Vista. So if you have Windows Vista or Windows 7, you may go to Google, then put in 7-zip, and download the proper over here, the version for the Windows 32-bit client or 64-bit client. I've explained in the last video already how you can figure out what kind of operating system you have, so I'm not going to explain that once more. And I think that's it what you need. Of course, you will need the advanced recipe editor as well. You can actually do that by hand as well, but I really recommend Bloodslingers. You will get why. I'm going to show you why and what's the difference between the just having the editor or just putting it down manually. So, I'm going to put this link here in the description of the video so you don't have to Google it at all. You have to scroll down a little bit and then you see installation, and the editor can be downloaded from here. Then you click on it, then there's going to be a new website that is opening, and then he starts downloading it. As soon as it's downloaded, of course I'm going to cancel it now. As soon as it's downloaded, you can show it in the folder. If you don't know, or if you accidentally, I don't know, close this thing here, or if you're using Mozilla Firefox, you probably don't see where the download went to. You can hit Ctrl J, and then you can see all of your downloads here. And as you can see, 7 Days to Die, usually, at least in Google Chrome, it shows where it has been downloaded to. But of course, because I cancelled it, it is not going to show it here. So there should be something like, open the location or something. If you have cancelled it like I did, go to the right side, open download folder over here, and then you have all the downloads that you have. I have downloaded this one already, of course. So, there it is. And if you have 7-zip installed or Windows 8 or Windows 8.1, then you can right click it and say extract all. I think on 7-zip it's a little bit it is, what is it? I think it's 7-zip or extract all with 7-zip or something like this. So it's just similar to extract all. You will find it. It's quite easy. Go for extract all. Then go for the destination folder. Of course, I have extracted this one already, so I don't need to do that. I have put it over here. So, and then you have 7 Days to Die editor.exe. You won't have this file and this file. These are going to be there as soon as you've started this editor once. But yeah, you will have the other files over there. Then just start the exe file. Say run if this window pops up. And as soon as it's started, so just ignore this for now. I'm going to explain why this is happening right now. Usually there's another window popping up before this one here, so this window here. But of course I have already configured everything, so I don't need to do that anymore. So this here, so you will have plenty of errors if you don't have it installed to, I think it is the default destination is C program files, Steam apps, common 7 Days to Die as far as I know. So if you have installed it to a different location, as I did, as you can see, it's on my D, not on C. Then you have to change this one here. You have to, as mentioned in the first video already, you have to go to your library of Steam, right click 7 Days to Die, Properties, Local Files, and Browse Local Files. And this folder here, this is the folder that you will need. So just right click and copy this into this line here. Of course, you can click on these three dots here and browse for it as well. But yeah, I'm too lazy to do so, so I'm going to delete everything here that is here. There we go. And then this is actually the failures that you should have, something like this. So yeah, right click, paste, and there we go. No validation errors anymore, and then say save. And then this window, the one that we had already, is going to appear. The reason why this window right now appears is because, I'm going to show you, Bloodslinger has not updated the recipe editor yet to support the Unity 5. That means that usually, so on the left side here, you see 10mm bullets, 44 Magnum bullets, and stuff like this. Usually they have some more little pictures as well, so you know that, yeah, how they look like and stuff like this. But yeah, images are not right now required, so I'm going to do the guide without images. But yeah, I mean, you can filter by the search anyway, so I don't know, if I search for concrete, for example, you can see, bam, everything is here, so I don't really need the pictures anyway. So, yeah, if you have set these settings properly, it should receive your recipe file out of your 7 Days to Die folder, which can be found, this is very important now, in the 7 Days to Die folder, under Data, under Config, and then there's recipes.xml. If you double click this one, yeah, I don't need you. Usually it should open in, let me do that right now. It should open in Notepad. As you can see, everything is black here, and the readability, is it readability? So the possibility to read it properly, I don't know, I think you know what I mean, is pretty bad in this case, because everything is black and white, and yeah, so it's just a standard editor. So you want to probably go for this one here, because this is a little bit better. I'm going to explain why this is going to be better. This is Notepad++, as you can see over here where my mouse is right now. Oh, I don't think I'm recording my mouse actually, so I'm going to make an error over there. So you want probably to download the Notepad++ as well, so you have this highlighting here. But yeah, for now it's not necessary because the editor is highlighting it anyway. But if you want to change something manually, and if you don't want to start this advanced recipe editor, yeah, I really recommend having Notepad++. So, yeah, on the left side, there are all the recipes that are in the recipe folder, or in the recipe list, which is this here, recipes.xml. So all the recipes that you have in the game by default are on the left side. So if you probably, I don't know, want to build an auger, you can see handlebars over here, small engine over here, and the auger blade over there. So, yeah. This just is the same grid as the crafting grid, and you can even see over here that he says what kind of grid he has. And if you change it, for example, so you can see it's handlebars, the count is 1, so you need 1 to build it, and the grid is 1, -1. So if I drag and drop the handlebars on the right side now, you see, I don't know, I'm moving it here, to the top left side, the grid is going to change as well. So it's -2, -2 now. So yeah, that's how you change the grid of stuff. If you think that the auger recipe, and here it comes where we really do and alter some stuff. If you think that the auger is too easy to make, then you can go to the right side and go for filter. I'm going to add now tungsten ingots to it. So I think, as I said, the auger is too cheap, so I need in the game 2 tungsten ingots as well. Of course, you can go for the count here like 10, but unfortunately, in the game, it doesn't show you the numbers at the current state of the game. So this is really something that I would like to have in the game, so that it shows the amount that you actually really need. But unfortunately, the 7 Days to Die developers have just recipes where you always need just 1 in the grid. That's it. But I would really like to see something where you need like 10 in 1 grid. But this is, yeah, up to the developers. So yeah, this is already how you alter or edit one recipe. You can save to disk if you click on here. There we go. And if you open... Let me do that. If you open the recipe list now, yeah, probably in the, what is it, in the normal notepad, but it does work the same anyway. If you hit Control F, then there's going to open something like a search bar. I'm going to do that over here as well, so you can see how it looks like in the normal notepad. Yeah, pretty similar, as you can see. There we go. So... yeah, we are going to look for the auger. There we go. And I'm going to click on next. And then you see the ingot tungsten is already in there, and it has already edited it. So as soon as I start my game right now, I have an edited auger recipe already. You can do that, of course, with the notepad as well. And the result will be... not the same, because I did not open this afterwards. So it did not recognize the change yet. So if I open it now, so you have to save it in the editor and then open it with the editors to see if it has actually changed. So there we go. And if I scroll down now, you can see ingot tungsten, count 10, ingot tungsten, count 1. And if I start now the game, let's do this. By the way, the game has to be stopped to change something. So if you have started the game, added a recipe, it won't show up in the game. You have to restart your game or shut it down before you add the recipe in the first place. So let's do this. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but usually it's quite fast. So, the fun pims, pre-caching files. And yeah, I'm right now in windowed mode. I already prepared this so I can show the game properly, or yeah, the recipes properly for you. Loading main menu, there we go. Loading blocks. So if we create a new game, I'm going to call it YouTube. It doesn't matter what kind of things we have here. And if I start it, building the environment. So if I go now and hit I meant. And to open the inventory in the game and search for auger, you can see, bam, the recipe has changed. And that's all you have to do if you want to do it on the client side only. So of course, if you are going to change your recipes on the client side and you're playing on a server, this won't affect the recipe on the server at all. Just imagine that you could, I don't know, go for 1 stick in the middle and you get like 1 million sniper rifle ammo, and I don't know, put another stick there and you have a sniper rifle. It wouldn't make sense at all. So the guy who is hosting, or the computer who is hosting the game that you connect to in your single player game, you are that yourself. On a server, it is the server, is telling you what kind of recipes you have. So, as I said, this won't work on servers now. But yeah, if you have a server and you want to change the recipes, you want to change this. This is what I do. You can do that, of course, on the server, but probably you don't need the guide then here. I'm going to change everything on my client side. So I have everything in the recipes.xml, and then I'm going to upload it to the server itself. I am still connected from the last episode, as I said. If you haven't seen the last episode, definitely go for it, because you probably won't understand why why I'm already connected to the server and stuff like this. You hit data, config, and then you upload the recipe file there. So drag and drop it. Then it will say, yeah, the target file already exists. Of course it exists, but we want to override it. Yes, okay. Start the server or restart the server, and then it will show up on the server side as well. And that's all you have to do. Yeah, I think that's it. I've shown you how to alter a recipe. No. How to add a new recipe. With the editor, it's quite easy. You can just click on new recipe. Then, give me a second. What do we need? I don't know, chainsaw. And say create and edit. There we go. So unfortunately it is called testing right now. This is because the Unity 5 support is not there yet. Usually you can, if you click on recipe, filter, as you can see, usually it should show the recipe list. Unfortunately, as I said, it doesn't work properly. So the recipe name, testing, is very important because this is the name of the item you want to have. So on the right side, go for the filter and chain... What? The chainsaw doesn't work? Okay, then on the right side are just ingredients. I don't know why the chainsaw is not working right now. Then let's do something else. Let's go for an air filter instead. So we are going to create a recipe for an air filter. You can of course go for the chainsaw as well, but then you need to figure out the exact name. As you can see, so these animal fat or auger blade or I don't know. What is it? Barbed wire crafted. In the game, they have a different name than this here sometimes. So animal fat, for example, is not one word in the game. I think it is two, and stuff like this. You need to use these names here because otherwise it won't show up. Definitely not. Let me close actually the game so I can show you that I can add recipes as well. So we want to, as I said, air filter, and it has to be the same name as on the right side. So it is important to write this F in capital A letters. It is definitely case sensitive. So the air filter is going to be built out of one dirt, I don't know, and one animal fat. That's how I create my air filter. It's the most weird air filter ever, but who cares? Then we are going to save to disk. Usually you don't need that, you don't need to do that, but I am right now taking a look at the recipe file. Yes, there we go. And search for air filter. Now go for the next one, there we go. So, as I said, this is just because I'm doing the video right now. I don't want to start the game without knowing that it's in there. Usually you don't need to yeah. Make sure that it is in there because it is, as I said, as soon as you hit save to disk, it should be there. So, as you can see, it is there. So, let's start the game once more. As I said, you have to restart the game or don't launch the game at all. Unfortunately, we have to go through all the loading process once more now. And yeah, while we're waiting, if I helped you with this video, please like and subscribe my channel already. I'm doing Let's Plays as well, so I'm not just doing tutorials for games. Yeah, probably you like one of these. Let's load the YouTube world that we have been in already. And if we hit I and then air filter. And that's what I meant. Because in the game, as you can see, it is this is a very good example. Nice that I picked this one. This was actually accidentally. So in the game, it says car air filter. This has something to do with the variables and how the game is programmed. This is just, yeah, too far for a normal guide to recipes. So just take it as I said. If you want to edit or create a new recipe, make sure that these names here, how they are on the right side, are the name of the recipe itself. As I said, air filter is completely different than car air filter. So, and as you can see, animal fat on top of dirt, and this is my awkward car filter video. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next episode. Bye bye!